Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is going on to all my Leos? I gotta put the guns away. Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm actually going to be using the Grim Tales, a newer deck that I got. I'm so disappointed. I'll tell you why. Not that you asked, but I'm going to tell you. So, I heard a rumor that there was a Game of Thrones tarot deck out there. So a friend of mine told me about it. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. So I happened to search it and it said, okay, it was on Temu. So I looked on Temu and there it was. So I ordered it. And this little miniature deck came to my house. I'm so disappointed. I can't use that. I got big hands. I mean, normal decks are small to me. So that is just, I can't even shuffle it. It doesn't shuffle. Anyway, not that anybody asked for that story, but don't buy tarot decks off Temu. They don't even tell you dimensions and shit. So I should have known right there that, I'm surprised it was that big. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, spirits, and guides, what message do we have for Leos? What can we see for Leos? All right, Leos. What do we have here? So first things first, Leo. I feel like there's someone has you have this person's attention full on you have their attention. We have the Empress, and I feel like there's been a seed planted here. This person, I mean, they saw you, and they, from the moment they saw you, they couldn't forget you. It's like one of those moments where things all kind of fall into place. Everything starts to make sense. What I'm feeling is like those movies, those love romantic movies, those romantic songs. To this person, that shit's all making sense now. I mean, you have, like I said, their undivided attention with the Queen of Wands, that Aries energy. I feel like this person, all eyes on you. And now the thing is, I mean, we have the Two of Swords, so I feel like you may not even be aware of this person. Like, this person's been watching you from a distance, or it could be someone you know and just didn't know. But I feel like what I see is it'll be easy to tell who this person is because of the way they look at you. So when they look at you, they're looking into you. It's like this extremely deep eye contact. Like it almost feels like they're looking into you. with this person, it's just, and like I said, I mean, it's very, yeah, Knight of Wands. So I feel like it's very quick energy. It's something that kind of happened. Like, it just happened. They didn't expect it. It wasn't something they were looking for. It wasn't something they were expecting to happen at all. And I feel like it just happened. There's just something about you that they can't shake. And they don't want to. Like I said, I feel like those, like, not to sound corny, but like those love songs are starting to make sense. Anybody that hasn't really experienced real love, some of that shit doesn't make any sense. You hear these love stories, you hear these love songs, and you're just like, what? but to this person, that shit's all making sense now. I mean, this person, like I said, they're fantasizing about you, and it's not just physical. They're fantasizing about you, and they're fantasizing about a future with you. They're fantasizing about being with you, and not just in the physical sense of, we're adults. It's not just about sex. This person isn't after just your cookies. They want the whole fridge. I don't know why I said fridge, because cookies don't go in the fridge, but you know what I mean. With the Page of Cups and the Chariot, I mean, this person's looking at you as someone they want to spend their life with. And I know that sounds deep, but it is. I mean, we have the King of Cups. This person is sure what they want. They know exactly what they want, and they knew it the moment they met you. Like I said, with that Two of Swords, or Two of Wands, they knew the moment they met you what they wanted. They didn't know before they met you. I mean, they didn't see you coming. But once they saw you, they couldn't unsee you. Like I said, I mean, this could be someone, it's a general read, so this could be someone from a distance that's been seeing you, someone you work with, someone that lives by you. Like, it just, I feel like this person keeps getting closer, though. Like, they started out by just kind of observing you, and then they started maybe opening up some communication, and I feel like they kind of, when I see that open communication, I feel like it's more like small talk in the beginning and working their way up. But I feel like with this person, they feel it's very hard to be around you and not tell you how they feel, because I feel like being around you it liberates them, and they want to tell you everything. But I feel like there's a little bit of a hesitation there, because they don't want to seem too crazy. This is the word I'm getting. They don't want to seem like they're crazy. They don't want you to think that they're crazy. They're crazy about you, but they're not crazy. Sometimes when we feel like this overwhelming energy towards someone, especially someone that we don't really know that well, we're just getting pulled in, and it's almost, we're having a hard time understanding it and believing it. So it's almost like saying it out loud makes us look crazy. But what I see is this person, like I said, they were in the moment they met you. The moment they saw you, the moment they locked eyes, it was over. With the Fool, this journey has already begun. Like I said, the seed has been planted. And like I said, with this person, they find it extremely hard not to be completely honest with you. I mean, with the Queen of Swords is that blunt energy. I mean, this person finds it hard not to be, just come right out and say what they're thinking. They want to. They really do. And like I said, when they're around you, I mean, it's almost like, you ever been around someone and you're thinking to yourself, shut the hell up, but you keep talking? You're thinking in your head, stop talking, but you keep talking. That's what I feel with this person. I feel like they're just. I mean, this is new love. This is not. I don't want to downplay this and say this is something physical or this is a crush. This is new love. You know, this is love. The way they feel about you is love. You know, and now, like I said, you're gonna know this person. It's in the eyes. But if you don't know, you're gonna know. Because I feel like this person coming forward, and I feel like this person, I mean, they're going big. I see this big gesture, you know, going all in. You know, with the King of Wands, going after what they want, that Leo energy. You know, we got the Nine of Cups. I mean, they're happy where they're at. So they know the deeper this goes, the happier they're going to be. Like, I mean, they're already happy with you and they're not even part of your life. And that's in that aspect. You're already making them happy. And we haven't even got to the good stuff yet. But like I said with this person, I mean, it seems almost borderline obsessive, but it's not obsessive because I feel like this person is of sound mind. I mean, I feel like this person, like I said, I feel like it is a romantic connection. I feel like it is new love. So this is not just an infatuation or obsession. This is someone that just fell. They fell hard. I mean, like I said, they're doing a lot of work to try to keep it down. But like I said, I see this big, over-the-top gesture coming. I mean, they're going big or going home, you know what I mean? And like I said with the charity, I mean, this is somebody who wants a future with you. This is someone that's going to offer you all the things that you want. I mean, they're going to offer you that loyalty. They're going to offer you that honesty. You know, they have a lot to offer, and they want to offer to you. I mean, this person chose you. You know, they chose you, and they don't even know you that well yet. But they want to change that. They want to remedy that. Like I said, it's all in the eyes. It's how they look at you. And I feel like it started from there. But like I said, I feel like this person, it's a lot of effort to not, you know, I do see this person like continuously kind of being around, showing up, making reasons to be around, making small talk, working their way up. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is this person's first real encounter with love. Like real love. And yes, I believe wholeheartedly that you can fall in love with someone in a moment. It's when energies sync. You feel their energy. You don't have to know them to fall in love with them. And I know that a lot of people, that sounds strange, but you don't have to know them as in knowing their favorite color, all that. You don't have to know that. It's about knowing their energy. You meet their energy, and it's like, it's almost like that. What's that saying? It's the stranger you recognize. Like, I feel like our energies recognize each other. You know, it's not something that necessarily makes sense, but when is making sense ever fun? But like I said, I feel like you may not know. After this, you're going to probably know who I mean. And if you don't, like I said, it it is for the week, so it could be someone you meet. But like I said, it more it really feels like this person already knows you, or at least already they've already seen you, and this has already begun. I feel like it's a current energy. But like that chariot, I really like that. I really like that for you, Leo, because um, one thing about Leos is Leos are so loyal, sometimes even to a fault, and to have someone that shows up and is loyal to you, someone that looks at you and someone that treats you like the queen or the king that you are, they make you feel that way. And it's all, like I said, it all begins with the eyes. I like that. With this person, I mean, we got a lot of really mixed energies here. I mean, we have Cancer. Um, we have some Cancer. We do have some Pisces and Scorpio. I mean, it's a good mix because, I mean, we have Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We even have a little bit of Earth in there as well. Kind of getting a Taurus, Virgo energy. I'd be really surprised if you didn't already know who this was. I would be. But it is a general message, so it comes at you like it comes at you. It'll hit differently for different people, but I just feel like there's this really strong energy in it, and it feels like it'd be almost hard to not see it, not feel it. Because we can lie to ourselves, we can lie to other people all we want, but energy never lies. We can omit, we can not say anything at all, and energy will do the talking for us. Kind of feel that way. I felt that way myself. My table, I need a new table. This is pissing me off. But you know what I mean? Like when you meet someone and you feel this energy, and there's something warm and inviting about it. It's hard to explain. It's hard to put into words. I mean, I've only fallen in love once in my life. And I continuously fall in love with that person over and over again. So I was this person in a sense of where, until I fell in love, I never watched romantic movies. I never, listened to romantic songs. I just didn't get it. It didn't make any sense to me. It's almost like it's in a different language. But then when you learn that language, then it all makes sense. And then it's different, Like I was always thinking, like when you hear these sappy love songs and stuff, you're thinking like, why are they crying all the time? Why is this happening? Why, like they left you, so what? Move on. But then when you fall in love, you realize how bad you can feel it. You can feel how bad it would feel if that person moved on, or if that person betrayed you, or giving your loyalty to someone and them stabbing you in the back. Like you can feel it. And but it's almost like that part of you isn't unlocked until it's unlocked. You know, I don't know if that makes sense. I guess it's a little late to ask if it makes sense because I already said it. But anyway, I love you all. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.